Hello students, we will start today magnetism. What is magnetism? It is related to magnet. So what is magnet? Magnet is a substance which attracts different objects made up of iron or cobalt or steel towards itself. It is known as magnet. Magnets you must have seen. This is a, what is this? This is a bus. It is a fridge magnet. So this magnet, it attracts this pin. This pin is made up of steel. It attracts this pin towards itself and it sticks to the magnet. This is a disc magnet. So what is magnet? Magnet which attracts objects made up of iron or steel or cobalt and some others also towards itself, that is known as magnet. Now about the types of magnet, three common types are there. One is bar magnet, second is horseshoe shaped magnet, and the third is disc magnet, as we have just seen. This bar magnet, it is the most common and it is like a bar, rectangular in shape. This may be small, big, any shape may be there, but it is generally like a bar. Horseshoe shaped magnet, it is in the form of a horseshoe. So this is like this, and disc magnet you have just seen is like a small coin. So each magnet, they have one north pole and the south pole. Two poles are there, one is known as north, other known as south. Here also, if we purchase it from market, a small dot, white dot is there to know that this is north pole and this is south pole. In disc, one face is north and the reverse face, as in a coin, head and tail. So head is north and tail is south pole. In this way, two poles are there on a magnet. So if we know something about the poles, how do we know that which pole is north and which is south? For this, if we suspend a magnet freely with a thread and suspend it like that, it will move for some time and then it will fix in a direction. And this direction is north and south direction of the magnet. North will show the geographical north of Earth and south will show the Earth south pole, geographical south pole. So this is how the pole which is whose direction is towards north is north pole and the opposite is south pole. In this way we can know the two poles of a magnet. Now these poles, they always occur in pair. A single pole cannot be there. If it is broken in between, then two parts will be formed. One is this and the other will be this. So this is south, but this pole will become north. This is north, this pole will become south. They always occur in pair. They are towards the end of the magnet, but they are not exactly at the end, near the end. So, and one thing more, like in electrical charges, north pole repels north pole and north pole attracts south pole. Likewise, south repels south and south attracts south. So the opposite poles, they attract each other and same poles, they repel each other. So this is about the different poles and magnet in brief, and this is quite easy. You have learned all this in your lower classes. Now next to magnet, is magnetic field. What is magnetic field? So magnetic field, as the name indicate, if it is a magnet, the field around this magnet is its field. So this field around this magnet is known as magnetic field. We have heard about electric field, gravitational field. Likewise, there is magnetic field. You know electric field or gravitational field. If I have this pen, I drop this. So it will go towards the earth, towards the floor. Why it is going there? Because it is being pulled by the gravitational pull or gravitational force of earth. Likewise, there is magnetic field, and we can define magnetic field as the region around a magnet, and in this region some other magnetic substance will experience a force of this magnet. So what is magnetic field? A field or an area or of a region around a magnet in which other magnetic substance or other magnetic particle influence the force of this magnet. So this is the magnetic field. Now magnetic field, it is 3D in nature. That is, it is three-dimensional. What does it mean? Suppose this is the magnet, bar magnet. So not always in horizontal position or vertical position. The field is present around this space in all directions. That is, it is three-dimensional in nature. Secondly, magnetic field is a vector quantity. What does it mean? It means it has direction as well as magnitude. Both are present, so it is a vector quantity. And this magnetic field can show us the strength of magnetic field, and the strength of magnetic field is denoted by capital B. And the strength is the force which is being put by this magnet on some other object. So this is the strength of magnetic field, and we will just, after this, we will learn about the different strengths of magnetic field. So this is about magnetic field. Now coming to magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines, or in short, magnetic field lines. They are also known as magnetic lines of force. This is one and the same thing, and if we call them magnetic lines of force, we abbreviate them as MLF. So these are magnetic lines of force. Now what are these lines of force, magnetic, and how they are formed and what do they depict? We should know the answers of these questions. I have written these magnetic lines of force, their characteristics. How are they? So I will read one by one and then I will explain and describe them. It is a path traced by north pole of magnetic compass under the influence of other magnet when kept in its magnetic field. So first we should know what is magnetic compass. You must have seen this compass. It is a clock-like small instrument, has a small magnet as a pivot, and it has one needle having two parts. This is the head of the needle and this is the tail of the needle, and it is normally red in color and it always show towards the north pole. The tail always directs towards the south pole of Earth and north pole of Earth. If we put this compass, this is known as magnetic compass or plotting compass. If we put it like this and no other magnet around it, then it is shows the direction north-south of the Earth, north-south poles. So this is magnetic compass and it is used to plot magnetic lines of some other magnet. So this is how this is magnetic compass. And what we have written, the first thing is, suppose this is a magnet, bar magnet having north pole and south pole. So the magnetic lines are around these. These magnetic lines, they look like something like this. I am drawing for you. So these lines, they have a shape like this. And these lines can be plotted by this magnetic compass. So how these lines can be drawn and what are these lines? These lines, they have direction. This should be complete. They have direction like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So they have a direction and they have magnitude also. Direction we can see by these arrows and magnitude. Magnitude is depicted by their condensed nature and their rare nature. We will discuss just in a minute. So this is a bar magnet and these are magnetic lines which are the influence of this bar magnet. Its field of its force. So these can be drawn by two methods. The first method is we take a hardboard and put a bar magnet under this hardboard. Under, not above. A bar magnet is put under this hardboard and iron filings. Filings are small iron pieces, very small, thick, thin. So iron filings, they are spread on this board. When we tap the board, what happens? In a fraction of the second, these iron filings, they spread themselves like these magnetic lines. This type of pattern is formed on the cardboard like this. This type of pattern is formed. All the iron filings, they arranged themselves in this manner. So these are magnetic lines of force of this bar magnet. The iron filings arrange themselves according to the force which is being experienced by them due to this bar magnet. So this is one type how we can form these magnetic lines. There is one more type how we can form. We put this bar magnet on a cardboard. Suppose this is the bar magnet. I put it on the cardboard and I form a line around this bar magnet with a pencil. So then what I will do, I am drawing it again here. What I will do then, on this north pole, I will put my compass, the magnetic compass. So it is having this needle. So this needle, the north pole of the needle will go in this direction opposite to this north, because it is being repelled by the this north pole. So it will go away from the north in this direction. So I put a cross on the paper and then I take back this needle and put it again here. So what will happen? I will put the south to this dot and again the needle is put like this. So now it will show, the north pole show this direction. Again I will put the compass and in this way this needle will show the path like this, and ultimately the north pole, it comes towards the south pole because it is attracted by south pole and here it is repelled by North Pole. So if we take off this magnetic needle and we join all the points, we will have this line. So this is the line of force or magnetic line of force or magnetic field line or force line. So in this way, by this compass, a line can be drawn, and you will do this practical in your practical course. Again, this compass is put again on the north pole, near the north pole, a bit above, and we will have this line, we will have this line. If we put it here, we will have this line. So these lines, they are formed by putting the compass again and again, and magnetic field lines having this pattern, they are formed. So I will read out, it is written here how these magnetic lines are formed. Path traced by north pole of magnetic compass. This is the north pole of magnetic compass. This one is the north pole. So the path which is being traced by this north pole under the influence of other magnet. This is the other magnet when kept in its magnetic field. This is the magnetic field of this compass. So when this compass is placed in the magnetic field of this compass, it feels some force and its needle show the direction of force. Second, compass experiences attraction from south pole. This is the compass. This part, it feels attraction from the south pole and repulsion from the north pole. This is the north pole. It is being repelled by this north pole and attracted by this south pole. Resultant of these two forces at each point. So one force is from this, one force is from this. The resultant force will be present here. This will be shown at this point. At each point gives the direction in which compass needle points. So this point is the resultant force of these two forces, and compass needle, it shows the direction towards this point. Third is compass is moved ahead and direction of needle is marked. Then we put off this compass from here, we put it near this point, south facing this point, and again it is put, and again the north pole, it is pointed by a pencil. So this point is showing the north pole of this needle. So again this is marked, this is practiced again and again, a full line is formed. Compass is moved ahead and direction of needle is marked. Next is, in this way, a complete path is marked, the same magnetic line of force is obtained. In this way, we obtain magnetic line of forces, and the shape is somewhat like this. And the shape of these lines, they differ from magnet to magnet. According to the shape of the magnet, the shape of the field, shape of these magnetic lines, they are also different. But more or less, they are like this. They are elliptical in nature. They are closed circles, which mostly elliptical or circular, and they form the picture like this. So this is about magnetic lines of force. Now we will come to the properties of these magnetic lines. These properties of magnetic lines, they are quite often asked in the exams. So magnetic lines, their properties. What are the properties of magnetic lines? First property is they have direction. What direction they have? Suppose this is the bar magnet, this is north, this is south. outside the magnet, this is outside field of magnet, they have the direction from north to south. So direction outside, direction is from north to south, and they have also a direction inside the magnet, and inside the magnet the direction is from south to north. So this is how this magnetic field line have direction, one outside and other inside. Then their shape, I have just told you, they are elliptical closed circles. It means this will like this. It is a closed circle. It is like this. It is the closed circle. And these circles may be elliptical or oval or circular, as depending upon the shape of the magnet. So this is the shape. They are elliptical closed circles. The third point is they may be dense or rare. What does it mean, dense or rare? As it is the magnet, so they are more dense near the poles. They are very close to each other near the poles, so it is known as they are close or dense near the pole, and they are rare, not so dense when they are not at poles. At other places they are rare like here, and they are dense at poles, dense, or you can say, or close to each other, rare or not close to each other when they are away from the poles. So this is one of the properties, and the most important property of these lines is they do not intersect each other. This is the important property. Why they do not intersect, how they do not intersect each other. Suppose again suppose this line is this, and we cannot make a line like this. They cannot intersect each other. They can be close to each other, but they are quite separate. How will we prove this? Suppose this is one line and this is the other line, and they are intersecting at this point. This is the point of intersection. Suppose this is happening. So when we put our compass on this place, in which direction the needle should show? This is the compass, and the needle should show in this direction towards this magnetic line, and at the same point this line is also there, so it should show in this direction along this line. But one compass needle, one compass cannot show two directions at a single point. It means these lines, this proves that the two magnetic lines cannot intersect, because at the point of intersection, compass needle cannot show two directions. So two lines cannot intersect each other. This is the fourth and important property of magnetic field lines. So this is how the magnetic field lines and their properties. And one thing more I want to tell you about the magnetic field. The strength of magnetic field, I have told you, this is depicted by a capital letter B. Now this magnetic field, we can write like this also. It may be strong or it may be weak. How do we know? So by magnetic field lines we can know whether magnetic field is strong or weak. Strong means more force and weak means less force is given by these magnetic fields, and magnetic lines of force, they can show if the field is strong or not. If this is a magnet, so we have just discussed, if the lines are close to each other like this, then it shows that magnetic field is strong. And if lines are quite far apart from each other, it shows that the magnetic field is weak. So the dense or rare magnetic lines show weak or strong magnetic field. Then one more, magnetic field can be uniform or they are non-uniform. So again, if the force by magnetic field is same at all the points, they are known as uniform. And if the force which is given by the magnetic force is not same at all the points, then it is non-uniform. And again, magnetic field lines, they show this property. Uniform means if they are parallel to each other, then it is uniform lines. This is uniform strong. If it is like this, it is uniform weak. Non-uniform, they are not parallel. They go any direction, form curve. So this is non-uniform. We can say it is non-uniform strong, and non-uniform weak may be like this. So this is uniform strong, uniform weak, non-uniform strong, or we can make it like this. This is non-uniform strong and this is non-uniform weak. So this is how magnetic field can be depicted by these magnetic lines. So this is about magnetism in brief, introduction of magnetism, and in the next video we will study about the magnetic effect of electric current. Thank you.